everyone and welcome to this video on installing Python and Jupyter Notebook. We already have a video on this topic on a YouTube channel and the link is provided above. Some of you had difficulty following that video because it's a very quick video. It's a step-by-step guide. So we decided to make a more detailed video and you can follow along as we install Python and Jupyter Notebook. So the first step for installing Python is to go to Google and just type Python download. Once you have typed that, you will be given some options. You can go to the official link of the Python website. There will be an option to download Python. So just click there and you will see. So simply what we are going to do is click on this download Python button. It will download the latest version of Python on your machine. So nothing, just click on it. You can see that the exe file has downloaded over here. I'm just going to click here and open this file. And it says install now. So I have this box clicked over here, use admin privileges when installing py.exe. So you most probably would need the admin privileges. So you can also go to the folder where the version was downloaded, the exe file, right click and say run as administrator. So now I'm just going to say install now. Now let's see how long it takes here. So you can see that it is installing the various libraries. So it took a couple of minutes to come to the screen. So just a couple of minutes, pretty fast. Setup was successful. I'm just going to say close over here. And now if I go to program, say Python, I should be able to see an installation Python 3.11. So I have got that. If you just click on it, you will get some pop-up. So we're not going to run the Python scripts from here, so you can just close it. So Python is now installed on our machine. Next, we need to add the part where the Python has been installed. So the Python 3.11 and Python scripts part to the environment variables. Now the location where these parts are found are always of this format. So see users, whatever is your username, app data, local programs, Python 3.11 scripts. So this will be the part of your Python scripts. Now if you just go to the folder like this, the app data might not be visible to you. So what you can do is just copy this name and I will be pasting this entire link for you below. So you can just go and put it in your run command and you will be taken to that folder. So these are the parts that we need to add to the environment variables, to the local computer environment variables, so that the Python script can be executed. So I'm going to go to my .exe file that I downloaded. I'm going to double click on it. And since I've already installed it, I'm going to say modify. I'm going to say next. And here you can see that in the advanced options, there is an option to add Python to environment variables. So that will make our task very easy instead of going manually and adding it. So you can see the install location right over here. This is the one that we added to the path. So I am just going to add this so that any issues can be fixed. And this is the best approach so that we do not need to manually add the environment variable path. I'm just going to say install. And it says that modify was successful. Now I'm just going to go to the command prompt and run some basic version commands for Python. You will get a message that Python was not found. Run without arguments to install from the Microsoft Store. So we already installed it. Or disable this shortcut from settings, manage app execution aliases. So now what we need to do is we actually need to go to this app, which is manage app execution aliases, and turn off the aliases that Windows is using for Python. So see that this app has been suggested over here. Let's just click on it. And if you go over here and go to the bottom, you will see there is app installer, python.exe, app installer, python.exe, two which I have been turned on. So we're just going to turn them off from here and close this and say Python version again, and you can see that I've got the Python version now. So that was an easy way to do it. Now that we have Python installed, the next thing we're going to do over here is to install some libraries. First, to create a virtual environment where we can work, and then we are going to install some libraries, especially for the purpose of data analysis or data science, which will help us to write Python scripts suited for data analytics or science kind of roles. So first of all, to install the virtual environment and all these packages, we are going to use the command pip. So that command is the package installer command for Python. It will help you to install all these packages and libraries, which would help you write Python scripts. So to install the virtual environment, to create the virtual environment, you just need to write pip and then say install and virtual env, and you will see that then it's downloading, it's installing the packages and everything, and it has come out of that loop. So now the virtual environment is installed. Now we need to give a name to our virtual environment in which we are going to work. So let's just call it Python lab. So we can just say virtual env now and give any name that you want to give. I'm going to give Python lab, and it's going to start the downloading very soon. So the environment is now created. Now you can just go to this the virtual environment that you created by writing cd, so change directory, Python lab, so whatever name you give to your virtual environment, and you will see that there's a folder, there's a location for created for that. There will also be a scripts folder within this environment, so you can just do a cd scripts. We are in the scripts folder of the virtual environment that we created. I'm just going to say activate.bat, and the .bat file has been executed. Now you can start executing the various packages that you need to write your Python script. So we are going to install the ones which are related to the data field. So we have to start with pip, which is the package installer. So pip install numpy, and it will start the installation. So now you get this message, which is successfully installed NumPy. So a couple of seconds it took to do that. And now to the important part, that you need to install Jupyter. There are many other options like Anaconda and Spider as well, but we are today going to install Jupyter Notebook, where you can easily write your Python scripts. So what you can do here now, since we have created a virtual environment, we are going to install Jupyter first and then install Jupyter kernel, so that give it access to our virtual environment. So the first step is pip install notebook, and you can see that a lot of processing is happening over here. And now the notebook has been installed. Now we have to add a virtual environment as a Jupyter kernel. We have to say Python -m ipy kernel install --user -name equal to your virtual environment name, which was Python lab. Let's come out of our scripts folder and just type Jupyter Notebook. And now it's asking you which browser you want to open your notebook in, so you can choose any browser.